did. What did I do? Why is it darker all of a sudden? Is this better? Alright. I started filming this video yesterday, and then my boyfriend came home, and because I hate filming in front of other people, well, talk, I don't mind filming, it's just like speaking clips I don't like to film. Yeah, so since we couldn't do this yesterday, I thought we could just continue today. I just really wanted to chat, but I don't want to have those really long clips of me talking anymore, especially because I released a whole talking only video last week. So I wanted to do something while I am talking. So I'm gonna get ready. I woke up about half an hour ago. I had my coffee already. I watched a YouTube video as well, Naomi John. The last 3 weeks have been interesting. Right, where do I start? So 3 weeks ago, in one of my videos, I think the last vlog that I released, I mentioned that I felt tired for a couple of weeks at that stage. I kind of put two and two together and decided that that was because of the intermittent fasting that I started doing almost at the same time as I started feeling this tiredness. Now, I got to a stage where I actually had to go to my GP and like get some blood work done. I wanted to check everything. I didn't want to just kind of assume that that was intermittent fasting. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine. The blood work, of course, came back clean. Everything is fine. As a result, she kind of sent me to do a couple of more tests. I had 2 ultrasounds within the last 3 weeks. Essentially, everything came back clean. There was nothing in my kidneys or anything like that that she thought could cause it. I think after about 3 weeks of feeling this tiredness, I eventually gave up doing intermittent fasting. I might be getting the timeline a little bit confused, but I reflected a little bit on the past couple of months, and I just realized that the fitness challenges and weight loss challenges that I've been doing, they haven't been working at all for me lately, causing more stress and pressure than actual satisfaction like they did in the first month to 2 months. And I realized that that could be because I think I didn't approach it the right way. As in, I think I messed up with the challenges in a way that I should have taken breaks in between the attempts. So after that first attempt that I did, which was one of my most successful attempts because I did 6 weeks out of the 11 weeks, I think. After I broke that challenge, now in retrospect, I realized that I should have taken a break. Like, I should have taken a couple of weeks just to rest. But I was on such a high, it didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even occur to me that maybe in between those tries and between those challenges, I should really give myself, my body and my brain a little break from like following the rules and ticking all the boxes every day. And I had 4 or 5 attempts in total, including that first one. And I haven't taken any breaks in between. I would literally jump, well, I would break the rules for like a week, so I guess you could say that that was my break, but it didn't really feel like a break. It wasn't like a conscious decision that I've made, like to actually give myself a break while I was breaking the rules. So like taking a break, I actively thought about the challenge and I actively was in that mode of like breaking the rules of the challenge, if that makes sense. So I don't think that I was completely mentally free from doing the challenge, from being in the challenge, you know. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but anyways, so when I put 2 and 2 together 3 weeks ago and I realized that I was feeling tired and didn't have any energy in the gym and just generally in like my day-to-day life, I decided to stop intermittent fasting. I decided that it was not worth continuing it if it, you know, continued making me feel that way. And then as I made that decision, I also shortly after, I decided to completely stop doing the challenges, because like I said, I realized that it hasn't been working out as well for me, and to a point where it wasn't even that I had to push myself all the time, which is fine. I've done that in the previous attempts as well. It's more that it's causing me some emotional and physical struggle. I'm gonna go wet my sponge. By the way, before I continue, I should just probably mention that I have no plan for today. Like for what I'm doing right now. I just did my skincare and I'm about to jump into makeup, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I should preface this by saying I am not really good at makeup, so whatever is gonna happen right now is me purely experimenting. Continue watching at your own discretion, I guess. Right, where was I? So I was talking about how I've made a decision to discontinue doing the challenges altogether, and I was doing fine for a while. I was still counting the calories for the most part. I was still trying to eat clean for the most part. I was allowing myself a little bit more than I did when I was doing the challenge, but essentially I tried to still keep up, you know, the healthy routine, going to the gym, eating clean for the most part. Again, counting calories is just like not have that pressure of doing the challenge. And I expected this to happen slowly. I started eating more sugar and like takeout and stuff like that. I expected that to happen. That was kind of the point of me stopping the challenges and stuff like that, was, you know, to... How do people do this? How do people get ready on camera and also talk? They probably are much better at makeup than I am. Okay, gotcha. Then what happened is last Sunday I went to the gym and I ended up injuring myself. You're supposed to... I was doing overhead press. It was the very first exercise I was doing, and I warmed up like I always warm up before I do anything, you know, upper body, lower body. Like I always have a mobility routine and like a warm-up routine that I do before every single session. So I also did on Sunday, and then I went to do the first exercise, the overhead press with the barbell. Oh my god. That is not shit. It's not my shade at all. And on the very last rep, like the weight was a little bit heavier, I think, than what I probably should have done. I think I put too much. I even remember contemplating like doing a lower weight. Why am I... I know it's gonna go away, but it's just looking a bit scary now. I look orange. I put too much. This is already going great. I look orange. I don't think that you can see it on the camera very well, what I'm seeing in the mirror, but I think I can blend it. Wait. Yeah, it blends. I think I'll need to take off the hoodie because I'm already starting to sweat. So on the very last rep, I must have moved my head somehow as I was in the like up position of my last rep, and when I came down I felt this like very strong pain in my shoulder, in my left side of my upper back, which is the spot which has caused issues before. I think I have a knot there. One of the masseuses told me previously that I have a knot here. And then also when I exercise and don't stretch it properly, I do get that pain sometimes, but it's normally gradual and it builds up over time. I've never had it happen like this while doing an exercise. I continued working out. The only exercise I couldn't do is push-up because on the way down I would start feeling too much pressure and pain in the shoulder, so I didn't do the push-ups, but everything else I finished my workout for the day minus the push-ups, right? And then I talked to one of the trainers in the gym and I like told him what happened and we talked a little bit about it, and I went home. He told me put something hot on it, so I went home, took a hot shower, I put like a hot water bottle on it, and that's it. There's nothing else that I could do. I mean, I could probably go to a physiotherapist or something like that, but I decided to see what's gonna happen in the next like day or 2 or 3 and then decide whether I need physio or not. So during the night couldn't sleep. Every time I would make a move or even like not make a move, like it would just start hurting. And I need to bring the next day woke up, it's much worse obviously because now my muscles are also cold after sleeping. I can't turn my head, nothing like that. So I just continued, still didn't go to physio. I don't think it's that easy here as well. I've never been to physio here. In Ireland, like I had a private physiotherapist who I would go to. I would pay him for every visit and whatever. Here I think it's done through health insurance. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, so I kind of continued putting, I also have this cream that warms the muscles up, so I kept putting that on that spot where it was hurting, you know, and I kept putting a hot water bottle there. So eventually it did become better. I still can feel it. Last night for some reason it became worse again, but that's not even the point. Like the injury is fine, I guess. Like I'll figure it out. I'll do some warm-up exercises, I'll do some mobility, I'll do some stretching, and I will figure it out. Like it's gonna be okay. But because I was injured, I mean, I could continue going to the gym and... sorry, the dog. I mean, I could continue going to the gym and do like lower body, but honestly, I don't even think so, because like if I was to do deadlifts or squats or anything like that, those are compound moves and they would use my back anyways, so I didn't want to risk it. And also like I didn't feel good about going to the gym while being in pain. I don't know. So I couldn't go to the gym, right? I still haven't been to the gym since it happened, and I started spiraling. I don't know if it was because now I couldn't also go to the gym with everything that's already been happening prior, with my feeling tired and the challenges and the intermittent fasting and everything, like all the changes that have been happening all just came together, and that the fact that I couldn't go to the gym and couldn't like keep up my normal routine. I've completely gone from, I don't want to say 100 to 0, because I don't believe I was at 100 at that time, but like maybe 70. I went from 70 to 0 like this, like real quick, right? I really tried really hard to keep all other areas of my life kind of intact. It really didn't work. I sat at home for a while, had, I believe, some takeout. I was ordering food. I don't think every day, every other day I would have takeout and stuff like that. And then something happened on Thursday. I was feeling alright. I woke up. I even considered going to the gym, but then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to the gym, but I will go for a walk because I need to get out of the house. Maybe that's also why I'm feeling like this. But I had to do my grocery shopping for the week. I do it on Thursdays normally, so I needed to go and buy some groceries. I went to a couple of shopping malls, got some shampoos, some replacements for the stuff that I am running out on, some skincare, you know. And then I went to the grocery shop. I ate that morning. I had food in my stomach. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't starving. Nothing was wrong like that. But I went to the grocery shop, and for some reason in the middle of shopping I just started grabbing the most random shit from the shelves. I honestly I don't know what happened. It sounds ridiculous, but I honestly just don't know what the fuck happened. I started getting chocolates, shit that I never have, like I never just reach for, because I never like, I got instant noodles. I crave them sometimes, like that's something that does happen. I never reach for them while I'm doing my weekly grocery shopping, you know what I mean? Wait, maybe it's a good idea to put some primer. I don't have a primer, so I'll just put this stuff. And like that, I think 40% of my shopping that day was just junk food, which I might get one thing, like a box of ice cream or something. That sometimes does happen, you know, but never like that. I had like 4 boxes of Oreo. I got like a whole bag of dumplings, which I never normally have. I got sausages, which I normally never touch sausages. I got instant noodles, which also I almost never touch. I got some other snacks. It was so random and it was so strange. And it was so out of character for me. I ended up going to another shop after that, was stuck in traffic because of that, but that's besides the point. I ended up going to another shop where I got like more junk food, the dumplings and stuff like that. That's where I got it. I came home, even my boyfriend was like, what the fuck, like what is all this, you know, because he just knows how I shop normally. I also got some alcohol, and so this is where I'm gonna kind of get into it. So Thursday night, first of all, after I come back from you know, the shopping, I proceed to eat the food that I got, like not the good stuff, the all the like junk food that I got. And like at first it's like controlled, it's fine, like I have a little bit of dumplings, then I have a little bit of instant noodles, you know, like it's not over the top full on binging. I'm just like having my normal meals. I'm just having kind of junk food, not the regular food that I would have, you know, for my meals. On Thursday night I have a drink as well, or two, like it's all good. And this is how I know that this was not just a binging episode. This is how I know that this was more of an emotional meltdown, breakdown, outburst, I don't know how to call it. On Friday I proceeded to eat unhealthy food. In the evening I got so drunk. I made the first drink and I realized that we didn't have enough tonic. So I went online, I ordered not only more tonic, but I also ordered another bottle of gin. And that evening I proceeded to drink a lot, like a lot. On top of that I proceeded eating a lot. You know, we actually ended up, on top of everything that I had in the fridge, like all the groceries and all the like junk food that I got from the grocery shop, we actually proceeded, my idea, we went for a walk, and I don't remember if that was Thursday or Friday, and I believe that that probably was Friday, but it might have been Thursday. We went out for a walk and I got pizza, like a massive box of pizza, and I also got a burger and some chips for myself. I proceeded to eat all of this food, well, obviously shared with my boyfriend. He actually ate most of the pizza while I worked on burger and chips all by myself. And I don't remember whether that was Thursday or Friday. I think it might have been actually Thursday. So that wasn't the night when I got drunk. So I had that like binge on Thursday, and then on Friday I got piss drunk. Like I got really drunk. I started feeling a bit sick. So my boyfriend already went to bed. I stayed on the couch just because I was afraid to go to bed, which when I get drunk, one thing that I always am good about is I never get sick just randomly wherever I am. I always make it to the bathroom and I always can feel it coming, so I make sure that I'm close to the bathroom. Then my boyfriend kind of woke up, was like, what are you doing here? I was like, you know, you tell me, like, what am I doing here? So he was like, let's go to bed. So I was like, I'm afraid to go to bed. I need to get sick before I go to sleep. I got sick before I went to bed. And then next morning I woke up. Yeah, it was, I'm not gonna get into any detail, but it was brutal. I've never felt like this before. Now, I don't remember the last time that I've gotten so drunk. I don't remember the last time. I have, definitely. I was such a heavy drinker when I was in my 20s, early 20s. So I'm definitely not new to drinking so much. But I don't remember the last time. It's been a while since I've consumed alcohol like heavily like that. And I'm also, I'm getting old. On Saturday, I spent the entire Saturday getting and feeling sick. Eventually, I ended up going to sleep. I woke up. I didn't have to get sick anymore after that. So yesterday when I started filming, I woke up, I was like, right, I can't do this anymore, because I've already done enough damage, trust me, with like my eating and like alcohol and everything like that. Also lack of motivation for work and everything, you know, like there are things that I'm supposed to be doing right now as I'm going through all of this and not doing anything, just sitting on the couch and watching YouTube. Like there's work that I need to be doing, not just only for my 9 to 5, but there are other things on a personal level that I'm supposed to be doing, you know. I'm supposed to be moving countries soon. Like this is not the time to have this fucking meltdowns, you know what I'm saying? I think I just want to leave it like that. I don't think I want to do anything else with it. Maybe just a very light brown. So yesterday is when I started filming this video. I woke up and I was like, first of all, still don't have anything for the video for this week. Second of all, I need to start doing something, because if I just continue sitting in this like this, it's just not gonna end well for me. I told myself that you need to get up, you need to film, you need to get ready. I got dressed, took off my pajama, I was like, okay, even if I'm staying home all day, like I still need to get dressed, get ready, even put makeup. I was going to do the makeup yesterday, so like I just did my skincare, I got dressed, I got ready. I was like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I honestly felt like that could have been the end of it, but I ended up having takeout in the evening. I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, it's gonna be great, like great, it's gonna be all right, like I'm gonna get myself out of this, because in the mornings genuinely I feel good, you know, I feel all right, I feel like I can do this, I feel like I can overcome this. And then the closer it gets to the end of the day, that's when it starts going downwards. It's normally like that always. In the evening we went for a walk and I ended up going to like a takeout place. It's not just food, it's not just that I'm setting myself back on my fitness goals, which is fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's not fine but it's fine, but it's fine, you know what I mean. It's also money. Like, I am damaging my financial situation even more. I'm already not in a great place financially, and with this behavior and like going and buying takeout and junk food, I am making my financial situation even worse than it already is. So this behavior has many layers. It's not just food, it affects other areas of my life negatively too. I'm trying not to get like too hung up on that, because I know that that's not gonna help, but I can't just ignore the fact that I am fully in a like self-destruction mode right now. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. It's not my normal depressive episode, because I don't feel depressed. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not overly optimistic about things right now, but it's not like my normal episode when I'm like breaking down emotionally and I'm crying and I'm feeling certain type of ways about my life. Like, it's not emotional, it's just literally I'm not fully in control of my behavior, it seems, you know what I mean. So that's concerning. If you watched some of my previous videos, especially in the last video, I talk about it at length, how when something like this happens to me, like emotional breakdowns or like binging episodes, you know, I always try to reflect on why, you know, I always try to get to the bottom of like why it's happening to me. I don't know if I'm using the right brush for this. I don't think I am actually. What is it called? Beauty blender? Beauty blender. Sponge. I always try to kind of sit with it afterwards, or like even while it's happening, and analyze, like to try to reflect on it. Like, I try to understand what's going, like what caused it first of all, and also like obviously ways I could make it better and help myself get out of it. And I try to do it here too. Spoiler alert, have no idea. Didn't get anywhere. I also tried not to overthink it this time, because I can just get too deep into like this, like spiraling, trying to find the reason why, you know what I mean. It's also not the healthiest of places to be. It could simply be just me burning out after all the challenges that I did. And actually, if I look back, and I just realized it as I was saying this, I've made so many changes to my diet in the last 3 to 4 months. I started intermittent fasting, I started counting calories, I reduced obviously the number of calories that I consume. I'm exercising 6 times a week. I started YouTube channel as well. I want to say I have about 12 videos up now, so yeah, also like probably 3 to 4 months, you know. I started thinking that maybe, you know, it's just that, it's just the burnout, and it could have nothing to do with anything else. But it's different from what I normally go through. That one thing I know for sure. It's a bit scary because I don't know how to get out of it. I don't have access to therapy now. The ideal scenario for me, of course, would be now to talk to somebody about this and like process it with somebody. But and obviously I'm processing it now, but I would like also to get some feedback as I'm talking about what's going on. So I don't know what I'm doing here. It might look like I do, but I see people do this, and I guess I'm doing it now. I guess I did it. This is the most that I've done with makeup in years, and I want to get into it. Okay, let me not get off the topic here. Before I finish this video, I want to come to some sort of conclusion for myself, mainly, I guess. I'm not stressing too much about weight loss or anything like that, obviously now. I'm just trying to get the basics in place first. Make sure that I'm back in the gym, I'm back exercising, because I know that that helps me with my mental health a lot. I would like to get back in the gym or working out, exercising in some shape or form. So this is what I'm gonna be focusing on. Obviously my 9 to 5, I'm gonna focus on that too, even though, like I said, that has been the most stable thing in the last like month, I want to say. Like, this is something that obviously I have to do because it's my job, and I would like to just focus on this channel and these videos, continuing to put out content and work, because I think that that also helps, not only talking to the camera but also just doing something creative. Something that I will try to do next week is to film the second part for styling 7 outfits. I want to move that video forward. So this is it. This is the update. This is what's been happening. I hope that you didn't mind this like format of me, you know, getting ready and doing my makeup and doing my skincare and chatting at the same time. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to my rant, and it's really helpful for me. I just hope that you enjoyed watching it. Let me know what you think about my makeup skills. I actually don't. I know that it's not great. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched until the end, especially, thanks so much. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Like this video if you like this video, and come back next week, hopefully for the styling 7 outfits video. If not, it will be something else. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye bye.